Hey guys, what's up? Paladin here. How you guys doing? I'm gonna start a little new series here with my buddy Zack, and we're gonna go ahead and do a show called WWE Talk Show. I don't know if that's an official name or anything right now, but we're just gonna call it that for the sake of this video at the moment. I might change it in the title of this video. I'm not sure. But anyways, we're pretty much gonna just talk about a bunch of random topics and stuff. And if this goes well, then we'll continue doing it. If not, then we might do it every now and then instead of doing it more often. Anyways, say hello, Zach.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello there.
We were supposed to do stuff like this, like, recordings and stuff of pay per view predictions and stuff like that before, but we never really got to it. Hopefully, we start doing that more often now. But, anyways, our first topic is kind of ironic, and it's something that everybody's been talking about, is Daniel Bryan. So.
The Yes Movement.
Yeah, the Yes Movement. So, what exactly should we talk about first, actually, on Daniel Bryan? Maybe talk about his Elimination Chamber matchup?
First?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was going to be a Sunday in the Elimination Chamber match. And possibly win.
Well, we'll talk more about the Elimination Chamber when we do the predictions video, or at least when I do it. But just in general speaking, I do think personally that he should win that match. Either him or just not Randy Orton. Zach, what's your opinion on that, on the match and everything?
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you. I think Daniel Bryan should win. He really deserves it, and he should have just, the SummerSlam thing and, held it for a few months, like going into WrestleMania. And, yeah, I actually heard somewhere that, like a little thing that Daniel Bryan would win, and then, like, maybe Brock Lesnar would maybe win it, and then some setup like that. So there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah, what Zach was saying, though, about the SummerSlam thing, I think that was completely retarded. I think that Daniel Bryan should have won, just kept it at SummerSlam. But, I mean, I understand where Randy came from, the title and everything, and yeah, he had a surprise for, winning Money in the Bank and stuff, and cashing in on Bryan on SummerSlam. It was a surprise, and the whole authority thing was a surprise, too. However, I do think Bryan should have eventually won it back. He got screwed over, like 5 times? 5 different pay-per-views or something like that? It was a ridiculous amount.
It was a couple times.
It was a couple times. It was ridiculous. They built him up and everything, and then they started tearing him down, and now he's back to the top again because of another topic that we'll be bringing up after this one. But yeah, I think it's a little ridiculous that they've been screwing him over a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, like you were just saying. I kind of like the surprise what happened at SummerSlam and stuff. Like maybe Randy like a little short title run, like maybe like 2 or 3 months, maybe at the end of 2013, or maybe at the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan would win, and then get that big moment again.
Yeah, speaking back to the Royal Rumble, anybody else extremely?
I don't want to think about it.
Anybody else extremely disappointed by the fucking Royal Rumble? Oh my goodness. Yeah,
It wasn't that great.
It really wasn't that great.
I want my money back.
Yeah, we paid for that too.
Yeah.
We don't usually we pay for the big four usually, and then we just we stream the other crap. Don't tell anybody, but but anyways, nobody at all.
This doesn't lead this video.
Yeah, but back to the Royal Rumble though, it was retarded that Daniel Bryan wasn't in it. Something that happened at the end too is Rey Mysterio got booed so hard when he was number 30. Me and Zach actually forgot that Rey Mysterio was in the Royal Rumble, by the way.
I don't think I heard it originally, but you said that they do a little backstage thing with Rey Mysterio, how he was going to be number 30 in the Royal Rumble, and I didn't know, or I must have forgot again. But
no, what happened was in the beginning of the Royal Rumble, they gave a couple superstars promos, and those were the superstars that were going to be in the Royal Rumble. And we had completely, I guess Zach didn't pay attention or hear it, but we had completely forgotten that Rey Mysterio was in it, and he hadn't came out yet. And when we got to 30, we thought it was Bryan, but it wasn't Bryan. Then Rey Mysterio got booed just ridiculously hard in the center.
He got really booed hard.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Thought he was a heel.
Yeah, everybody we thought maybe he was gonna turn heel after that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, let me, I don't mean to interrupt you, but,
yeah.
I don't remember the thing about, what Stone Cold said, like, it would have been a good opportunity for, like, a heel to come 30 and get some, like, heat, like, he was talking about like how Wade Barrett, he was like gonna come out and like Daniel Bryan music would maybe play a little bit, and then it would cut to like Wade Barrett come out and saying like, I got some bad news. Like, if you think Daniel Bryan was gonna like win the Royal Rumble and like come out number 30, I got some bad news for you. Then it would have been a good chance for him to get some heat and stuff. So, but I'm sure it just came out and.
And it's actually kind of funny that after realizing that Bryan didn't come out and it was down to Roman Reigns and Batista, everybody wanted Roman Reigns to win after that, actually. Believe it or not, once everybody was out and everything and it was just Reigns and Batista, people started chanting for Roman Reigns, which I actually find it funny that not Bleacher Report, what is it, Botchamania, yeah, Botchamania didn't say anything about it, but actually at the end, if you guys watch Botchamania or know what it is, Bautista. But anyways, if you watch Botchamania or know what it is, essentially at the end they were saying, have the last two people in the Royal Rumble be shitty and the shittiest, one. They were talking about Batista. I personally think that Roman Reigns, as a surprise, it would have been nice for him to win the Royal Rumble, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, that would have been good to like elevate him with that Royal Rumble win, and yeah.
I personally think it's retarded. By the way, it was the way Roman Reigns got eliminated was ridiculous. He just got tossed over the rope. It wasn't anything special, and when it was him and Batista left in the match, they didn't have anything like it was like 3 minutes of them left in the match.
It was terribly long.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess if they wanted to do that though, but like could have been a little bit more special. Like I remember years ago, Chris Jericho and Sheamus, that was really good. That was like 10 minutes. I remember that being really good. So they could have like done it better. It's like
I remember when it was Undertaker and Shawn, and that was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was great.
Which one was that?
I think that was Royal Rumble. Was that 2010?
2007?
7?
Oh yeah,
it was earlier because it was. I always make a joke out of it, and I say they were foreshadowing.
Yeah, and it's funny, like the Rumble after 2008.
I guess they learned.
They started off with him, so.
I guess they learned that Shawn Michaels and Undertaker put on a great match, and then they just decided to make him have a longer match at WrestleMania.
Oh, he did. Yeah, it's like with the Royal Rumble match though from 2014 this year. It's like the 3-4. It was actually a good wrestling match in general. It's like. But after the,
I personally, I thought there should have been more surprises, and the way that CM Punk got eliminated was ridiculous.
Yeah, with Kane and stuff, and which, since another topic we'll be talking about later, it was kind of pointless.
Yeah. All right, since it's 8 minutes in, though, I think we should talk about a different topic right now. We're gonna talk about CM Punk potentially completely leaving the WWE. Apparently, CM Punk just left the WWE at one point during Raw after the Royal Rumble. He actually just, went backstage, told Vince I'm leaving, and, that's about it.
Took his ball and went home.
Yeah. CM Punk allegedly, like I said, quit the WWE and everything. But we've gotten a lot of reports recently. There's a lot of rumors going everywhere, and some people think that it's a work. Maybe CM Punk is supposed to come back or something.
It's just like all in the script, or there's something gonna play out, or.
Yeah, I personally don't feel that way. I don't think that's going to happen. I think CM Punk is really quitting. There was a rumor last Friday that he actually got released, that WWE released him, but WWE actually confirmed today that they didn't release him. If you actually look on WWE.com, CM Punk is still listed in the Raw Superstars, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it's really legit too. Or maybe it's just... Maybe it is a work, and maybe it's just a really good storyline, but I think it's just legit, though.
Yeah, more about him leaving. I heard that the reason he left was because he didn't like where he was going in the WWE, how he was a top star, and now he's just kind of in the mid-card awkwardly. And I also heard that he didn't like how certain people weren't getting pushed when they should be pushed. For example, Daniel Bryan, Ziggler, etc. Of course, Daniel Bryan is really over with the crowd right now, but WWE isn't really still doing anything too much with him.
Yeah, I also heard he won the main event at WrestleMania, which we kind of did with the Undertaker and stuff from last year, but I think he wanted to do the last show sort of main event,
yeah,
really big thing. But it's like with the 28 one, it's understandable because that was The Rock and John Cena. 'Cause, like, that was a special thing. Like, he wasn't gonna main event that one, but like with the 29, he could have done it like with Undertaker.
I don't think any of Undertaker's matches at WrestleMania have main evented so far.
I think just Shawn Michaels and Undertaker too.
Was that the main event?
Yeah, that was the. They like right their wrongs because the first one it was like in the middle of the show for some reason. That was the best match on the card, but then they right their wrongs and put it on the last one for 26.
Yeah.
So it's like yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, I think that also another thing about CM Punk leaving is that apparently you said his contract ends in July.
Yeah, it was about July, so I guess they're just gonna wait.
Yeah, I think he'll be officially gone by July, and yeah, that's what apparently is going on. I don't think he's gonna come back anytime soon. He might be, like maybe. This is a little off topic, but I'm not going to talk about it too long. He might be maybe like AJ Styles, where he might go to someplace else for a while and then he might come back. I personally think, by the way, I don't really watch too much TNA, but I think AJ Styles will eventually come back to TNA at some point. I think CM Punk eventually at some point might come back to the WWE. Maybe he's taking his own little personal break.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of CM Punk, but just
for maybe a couple years, actually. Kind of like Austin.
Yeah, probably like, a couple, like 2 or 3 years, maybe we'll see him back. I don't think he wants to do more wrestling. I don't think he wants to, like, I think there's still more he wants to do, probably.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny with the contract being up in July, for the Money in the Bank thing, that big storyline, 2011, it was up in July too, so I thought that was funny that it's up this time too.
Yeah. Also, we don't have really too much to talk about that, but since it is a short little topic there, I think the next thing we shall talk about is actually WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 30. So what are some of your predictions for WrestleMania 30?
I think it should be good. Better than 29, hopefully. It was just like a lot of the same, and
it was a lot of repeats, yeah.
Besides Undertaker and CM Punk, and the Triple H and Brock Lesnar, yeah, the rest was crap. But
yeah, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, CM Punk and Undertaker.
Mostly Undertaker and CM Punk, I would say.
Yeah.
That match was great.
I would say The Rock and Cena again, but it was a rematch, and it was pretty much the exact same thing, so that's why I'm not really going to include that.
Their second one wasn't really that great compared to their first one, though.
Yeah,
pretty much. Didn't like it.
Essentially, it was actually the same thing. The only difference is that Rock got injured in the middle of the match, and that
it was for the title.
It was for the title,
Cena won.
And then Cena won, and then the only other difference was that The Rock was actually going to win the same way he won last time, but instead Cena remembered not to try and do The Rock's move, so the match continued, and Cena eventually wound up winning. Personally, I don't think that should have ended that way. I think The Rock should have just won again and kept the title, but
Yeah. As far as WrestleMania goes, so it looks like so far it's going to be Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. For the Undertaker match this year.
There's actually a lot of possibilities with this. It can either be Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, in my opinion. That's probably the closest. Unfortunately, I don't want that one.
That's probably where they want to go, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where WWE wants to go. Personally, I heard Sting is joining WWE, and I think that Undertaker, to make it special, Undertaker versus Sting at WrestleMania 30, because WrestleMania 30 is the anniversary. It'd be great to have Sting's first match be against The Undertaker. I mean, it's long overdue. Hopefully it'll happen earlier. I really wouldn't want to see it at 31. I mean, I'd probably still watch the match. Obviously, I know it's going to be great, but I'd want to see it earlier.
Yeah, they'll probably have like Sting train, and it'll be at 31 most likely.
Another potential match for 30, since again it is the anniversary, they can make it something special. I do think that they could do Undertaker versus John Cena.
That's another one being talked about.
Yeah, that's another one that's rumored. However, being as I'm not too much of a fan of John Cena, as a person, I don't mind him, but as a wrestler, I don't really like him. I don't think Zack really enjoys him. Yeah, Zack really doesn't really enjoy him that much either. Sorry, John Cena fans. We personally don't think he's that much of a great wrestler.
He used to be good.
He used to be good as a heel, but anyways, even I'd say a little bit past heel after he went face, he was still okay. I'd say about 07, maybe 08, around there.
Maybe a little bit before, but
yeah, maybe a little bit before. In Zack's opinion, I liked it when he was wearing those black cargos, with the chain
like
gang
Edge and stuff. I think.
Yeah, with the chain gang stuff. That was great. Wasn't that
shoes or something?
Wasn't that 2006?
Yeah,
it was 2006.
Like 2005, 2006, I think.
Yeah, but personally for WrestleMania, for I think that it's funny how we're actually going into our next topic a little bit. Our next topic is about Undertaker.
So I guess it
kind of blends a little bit, yeah. But another potential opponent for Undertaker could be oh wait, I'm sorry, I went off topic. We're still talking about John Cena. My bad.
First time Undertaker, John Cena. That's another one.
Yeah, but personally, if they're gonna do that, please, almighty WWE creative team that's totally not a bunch of friggin' monkeys writing the script. If you make John Cena win that match, I will be so infuriated. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys.
I think the people in the arena would.
Yeah, it would be insane. People would riot. Actually, probably.
I think not even the biggest fans of Undertaker would not like that.
Yeah, I don't even. No, you mean John Cena?
No, like even people that don't even like Undertaker that much, I think would not like John Cena winning.
Yeah,
they want Undertaker to win, even if they're not big fans of him.
The Undertaker streak right now should never end, in my opinion. There's no one that can end it right now. I think it should just be 25-0, and then he's done after that. Just to even it out, have an extra 5 wins in. This will be his 22nd win if he wins it, of course. If there's a big retarded if right there, of course he's probably going to win it. But anyways, if he's going to fight John Cena, please don't make John Cena super special or whatever by him beating The Undertaker. Because if you're going to do that, then you might as well make John Cena a heel for the rest of his career. Because he will have so much flack after that, it's going to be ridiculous. No one will cheer him. He won't be your face anymore. He won't be your top dog that you want him to be. And everyone's just going to boo him for the rest of his freaking life. They're not going to want him to be, they're not going to cheer for him at all. Unless it's little kids, but,
I would agree. If they want to end the streak, it would probably, like, a decade ago or something. A young star, maybe, like...
the best, as Zack always brings up.
Like Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy Orton and Kane are like the two that I can think of that would probably end it. But it's way overdue now. It's
not now with Randy Orton. No, I wouldn't want it to end. But like, Kane would probably be the only person right now. Like, yeah,
that you can see ending it.
That would maybe the only thing that would make.
And if they were gonna do that, they might as well put his mask back on. Don't make him do it without his mask, man.
Glenn Jacobs.
Jesus Christ, Undertaker versus Kane, the first time that happened was amazing. But anyway,
wasn't that great, but...
the second one really wasn't that great. It could have been great, but I don't know why they made it so short.
They were kind of going through the motions with that match. It wasn't really that special,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
The entrance, Undertaker's entrance was great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entrance was great.
Kane with the towel on his head.
I don't think he had the towel on his head.
Didn't he?
At 21, was it?
It was 20.
Oh, it was 20? Yeah, I don't think...
The best WrestleMania ever.
Fuck that WrestleMania. Anyways.
It wasn't that great.
Really? 20
Besides the 2 main events.
Yeah, I think there were only 2 matches.
Maybe like 1 or 2 undercards. The rest was like crap.
Yeah, it's not talkable.
Goldberg versus Lesnar.
It's actually funny. I think that's the match that really killed it, though. Is Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. There were so many promos for it. It was supposed to be brought up so well.
It was supposed to be really epic.
Yeah, and they just kind of botched the entire thing by not wanting to do anything. But
they just want their pay.
They just want their pay, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about more potential Undertaker opponents, there's also, I think this should be down the road. Obviously, I don't think it should be 30, because I think Bryan should be doing his championship thing at WrestleMania and stuff. I think he should personally win that. But moving on to more Undertaker opponents, I think that Undertaker versus Bryan eventually would be a great match. It'd be outstanding.
That would be really good. I don't know how they would set that up.
Yeah, I don't know how they would...
That would be a tough thing. They would probably have to turn Daniel Bryan heel some way.
Well, I mean, it'd be awkward, but I think they could do a respectful face versus face match.
Yeah, they could. Like they did with Shawn Undertaker and a good amount of Undertaker matches, I think. They did face versus face.
Yeah.
But, it just... I don't know, it just seems... I don't know, like, how they could set it up. Like, I'm trying to go through my mind thinking about...
Well, they could just... Undertaker could issue a challenge, and then, Bryan could come out, and talk about it.
Yeah.
Or they could just have another Fatal 4-Way like they did with CM Punk on Raw and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Another, going back to WrestleMania now though, another dream match that I would totally love is Daniel Bryan versus Shawn Michaels, which actually some people wanted at this WrestleMania, but apparently it might not happen. So
That would be really awesome too. Because with the CM Punk leaving, it kind of shifted the WrestleMania plans. Because it was like CM Punk versus Triple H.
I heard they're actually almost rewriting the entire script now because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the one of the things about CM Punk leaving.
You know, if CM Punk didn't leave, they could do CM Punk versus Triple H like they originally planned. Because apparently CM Punk left because he didn't like that idea, I guess. But
I don't know if I like that idea either.
I still think, but you know, if CM Punk didn't leave, then Daniel Bryan would have a more opening fight against Shawn Michaels because, you know, at least two of the head guys, you know, are fighting another two of the head guys, and it'd be pretty interesting, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of
Just don't have a tag team match because people were complaining about that on Bleacher Report.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I would really hate it if CM Punk and Bryan tagged up against Triple H and Shawn. That would have been retarded.
I mean, that would be a good match, but it's just kind of, I don't know.
It doesn't give enough shine, you know, to the individual superstars on one-on-one matches.
It just seems kind of weird having that tag team match. I don't know how they would come out doing that, but yeah, that would be good though.
Yeah. What else is there to? Oh yeah. Apparently, you know, we already know that Batista won the Royal Rumble and everything, which, you know, how people feel about that. I guess if you're a Batista fan, I guess you enjoy that. But Batista. Oh God, you guys! If you haven't watched Bleacher Report, man, watch Bleacher Report. I think that's 242, episode 242.
I think it was the second most newest one.
Yeah, second most newest Botchamania. You gotta watch that.
Isn't that the one that got deleted? Or
it got deleted off of YouTube. You have to actually type it in on. Yeah, go to the Botchamania website and.
Well, they have a Daily Motion, I think, too.
They have it on Daily Motion too. But yeah, that's where we keep saying Batista for. Or as Iron Sheik says, fucking bullshit. But anyways. But yeah.
Huh? Kevin Nash.
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's going to be Batista. And if Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber, for the love of God, please make it a triple threat match between Batista, Randy Orton, and Daniel Bryan, and have Daniel Bryan come out on top on that. I'm sorry, Batista, I know you won your Royal Rumble and everything, but I really don't think Batista coming back and winning it like The Rock has done over the past 2 years is a good idea.
Yeah, I would agree. Because I think Randy versus Batista, nobody would really care about that match at WrestleMania. Because those are like the real fans, like the WrestleMania and the day after Raw. Like those are like they love the Daniel Bryans and CM Punks and stuff like that, and like they'll probably just bore the crowd with that match if that were to happen, and it'd just be kind of underwhelming, you know. Like Batista would probably win that, you know. I don't know. If Daniel Bryan was throwing that would make it better, and have Daniel Bryan win.
Yeah.
If they throw Daniel Bryan in, I don't see Daniel Bryan not winning actually.
Yeah. I think later on, maybe if me and Zack feel like it, we'll do a kind of dream WrestleMania matches card. Yeah, a little later. But think about that. What did you want to say?
No, it's just I heard if they wanted to have that triple threat with Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and
it should be a no DQ, by the way, too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It'd be good.
Or something. But they have that. They don't want to have another triple threat with the Shield, like that triple threat with the United States for Dean Ambrose and stuff. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, which I don't understand because that'd be really good too.
That's another topic we'll talk about a little bit later, though. We're getting to that. Next up is the Hall of Fame, by the way. So far in the Hall of Fame, we've got the Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, and we've got Lita. And I think that's a great Hall of Fame so far.
That's really stacked so far.
Yeah, it really is.
2005 was the best one probably so far.
Yeah.
Had like Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart and stuff, so this might be another 2005 one.
Yeah, personally, I agree with CM Punk, though. He posted a tweet, actually, on Twitter, and he said, great, they added Ultimate Warrior. He's long overdue. Now let's add Randy Savage. Personally, I agree with that. It'd be great if the next person or one of the next people is Randy Savage.
Yeah, I would agree.
Who else do you think should be in the Hall of Fame?
It probably won't happen right now, but Chris Jericho will always be a good one.
Yeah, Chris Jericho would be a great one. But I think Chris Jericho is going to wrestle a couple more matches before he quits and, you know, he's finally done. He's on tour right now.
Yeah. trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe like a Kurt Angle eventually.
Yeah.
Which is another topic we'll talk about later.
Actually, I one that I would actually like is, I know it's not probably going to happen because of the way he, did everything and stuff in WWE, but I personally would love if Goldberg was in the Hall of Fame. I'd love that.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, I can't think of too many at the moment.
See, after the video, I'll probably like, oh, I'll think of all these people.
After the video, we'll just be like, ah, damn, we could have said all these people.
Oh, yeah, there was a rumor apparently that Scott Hall might be, getting inducted. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, Razor Ramon, love that guy, actually. I love his theme song. I love his theme song.
Yeah, it's really good.
Actually, we've got a little list right here, technically speaking. I got 2K14. We were playing a good game of 2K14 just now. And actually got a good list of people here, actually. So, judging from the current roster, anyways, who do you think could you really maybe point out as a good Hall of Fame inductee?
The current roster right now?
The current roster right now, yeah.
Right here, or just like people active, or
active people?
Oh,
yeah.
Or
it could be, right here too in the 2K14 lineup that we got in front of us right now.
Christian will be definitely one.
Yeah, Christian should definitely be a Hall of Fame
Especially
member.
Edge will probably induct him.
Yeah, Edge will induct him. That's a little obvious, actually, in my personal opinion.
Who else?
I know he's not really a favorite with my buddy Zack, and he's okay with me, but I think Big Show eventually will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he probably will. He's a good worker. I mean,
I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but definitely Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, definitely down the road eventually, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of people that are kind of oldish that are probably going to leave sooner or later. More so sooner than later.
JBL.
Yeah, JBL. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, is he?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't think JBL is in the Hall of Fame. So JBL...
Ron Simmons will induct him.
Yeah, Ron Simmons should induct him. I think, didn't JBL actually induct Ron Simmons?
That's a good question. I don't know,
actually. I don't remember off the top of my head. But
Mick
yeah.
Foley?
Mick Foley's in the Hall of Fame.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
When did he get inducted?
He's, I know he's in the Hall of Fame. He's, what year was that?
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, yeah. Sorry guys for a second. We're trying to find where
Be patient.
Yeah, where Mick Foley is.
Grab a drink or snack.
Grab a drink or a snack. I know he's in here.
You might be right.
Remember, whenever we see Mick Foley on the show, they always say, "Look, the Hall of Famer Mick Foley."
I don't know.
He's definitely in the list. I saw him not too long ago.
Comment down below with the year.
Yeah,
if he was inducted.
If he was. Oh, there he is, 2013.
Oh, really? Last year?
Yeah, last year. I remember it.
Sorry, Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley is 2013.
Who did he inducted by?
Terry Funk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Last year's wasn't too bad. It just I think it didn't have enough pop to it, in my opinion.
Mick Foley, who was 2013?
Bob Backlund, Trish Stratus, Bruno Sammartino, Donald Trump, and Booker T.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, people kind of booed him.
They booed Drew Carey too. I don't know why they took those people. They were just like one-time matches and stuff.
Yeah, it's whatever.
That was a good class.
That was a good class. I don't think, like I said, it didn't have much of a ring to it, but this one's going well so far.
Yeah. Trish should probably induct Lita, I think, what I was thinking.
Actually, yeah, that'd be great.
Or Edge was another possibility, I heard.
Yeah. Either Trish Stratus or Lita. Or, I mean, my bad, Lita's getting inducted. Trish Stratus or Edge, yeah, would be great. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised he hasn't inducted himself yet, but Triple H is obviously going to be in the Hall of Fame.
3 times.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Actually, long overdue, actually. I mean, I know he's still wrestling, but wrestlers that still wrestle sometimes still get inducted. I'm surprised Undertaker isn't in it yet. Because technically he is part of the Legends group right now, if I remember correctly, so...
Yeah, I think
They do call Undertaker a legend every now and then. They just don't induct him yet.
Immortal.
Yeah.
What I think they'll do is like
wait for him to finish his WrestleMania stuff.
Yeah, like for an example, like let's say he retires at like 33, WrestleMania 33.
Yeah.
The next year's WrestleMania, I think, is where they induct him, like they did with Edge, I think. Like the 2011 when he had to retire, they inducted him next year.
Yeah.
So like they'll probably do the next after, whenever he does the last WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
Another good possibility, just looking at this list, we'll probably do this for another 2 minutes. There's another good. Oh, has Mark Henry been inducted yet?
No, he's still a wrestler though.
Yeah, he's still a wrestler though. But Mark Henry is definitely one that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
That would be inducted.
That'd be a good one.
Has is Diesel Kevin Nash is a Hall of Famer?
That's a good question.
I don't know if he is. Let us know in the comments if Kevin Nash is a Hall of Famer.
Ducked his quads into the Hall of Fame.
Ducked his quads into the Hall of Fame. Excuse me, let me tear my quads.
Oh man, those quads.
Those quads.
Yokozuna? Was he inducted?
No, he's already inducted. Looking at the classics right here, actually.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter is in there.
There's a good amount of people already in, actually.
Yeah, and the bottom list we got right here.
Ricky the Draggy Steamboat. Is he in?
I'm pretty sure he is.
He's like the Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Batman. I don't know.
I think all the bottom list is pretty much in already. Most of the bottom list that we're looking at right now.
Probably Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar will be
Batista,
in there.
maybe.
Eventually, Brock Lesnar and Batista. I can definitely see that.
John Cena.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
That's really an obvious.
I think all three members of the Shield eventually too. Definitely Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose though.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah. We'll get into this topic a little bit more, but I do feel sorry for Seth Rollins at the moment a little bit.
He'll get lost in the eventual break. Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes definitely. I can see.
Goldust is in the Hall of Fame, is he?
Is Goldust in the Hall of Fame?
That's a good question.
That's another good question. I don't think
that would be a good one to have.
Yeah.
Although he's kind of wrestling right now, so within the next few years, they'll probably induct him.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, though. That's an additional 2 minutes on that. Next up, we'll talk about the WWE Network. What's your personal opinion on that, Zach?
It sounds pretty good. Especially the pay-per-view thing. That you get the 6 months pay-per-views, I think it is. You have to make a 6 months commitment.
Yeah, the 6 month commitment, by the way, guys, if you don't know, if you're going to get the WWE Network and you're going to pay for it every month, you have to stick with the WWE Network and pay $10 for 6 months. So that means no matter what, you're in a contract with them for 6 months, and you have to keep paying that $10 for that 6 months.
Which kind of blows, I guess.
Yeah, it is kind of a downside. If you're going to sign up, make sure you're ready to sign up and that you're going to stay in at least for 6 months.
Make sure you have $60.
Yeah, make sure you have $60.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get it's actually pretty awesome. You get all 12 pay-per-views, including WrestleMania 30 for this year. I'm pretty sure. That WrestleMania is the first one. You get all 12 pay-per-views, including WrestleMania, and that's actually an amazing deal, to be honest, because each pay-per-view is like, if you're going to watch it in HD, especially.
That's one. 60 is one pay-per-view.
Yeah, $60 is pretty much one pay-per-view
so
in
you can
HD.
pay for like half the year for.
Yeah.
2 pay-per-views, you get all the pay-per-views.
Yeah, and they stream Raw and SmackDown off of there, so if you just want to... And NXT. If you want to watch all that stuff on there, instead of watching it off of your actual TV. And other shows that they've got, too, is that they've got... past WWE Raw and SmackDown shows, they got ECW, they got WCW, my bad.
WCW.
As Triple H says from DX.
Is a defunct wrestling organization bought by Vince McMahon 2001.
You just memorized that?
I went out and I bought my competition. Legends House.
Yeah, there's actually already Total Divas, I'm pretty sure, is confirmed to be on the network.
Is it?
Yeah, and I think Legends House is gonna be on that.
That should be so much fun.
Yeah, I think Legends House will be great. It's all the.
I think the Iron Sheik's in that.
Is the Iron Sheik in that?
And Hardy's really crazy.
Yeah. That'll be
fucking bullshit.
And it's actually awesome. They get to cuss and everything too.
Yeah.
All the stuff on the WWE Network. What makes it perfect is that it's all uncensored, which is really great.
Yeah,
you
stuff
know,
from like the Attitude Era and stuff.
yeah, that's all uncensored. That's all great and stuff.
The only thing they're censoring, I think, is the Chris Benoit and stuff. But it's good that they're actually going to show this stuff.
Yeah, it's actually good that Chris Benoit is actually
least.
in. You know that you'll get to see him. You just don't know who he is. You know, if you
I think
you
the
don't know,
commentators just like
they blur it out still. I
and
think.
whatnot.
Legends House is coming in April, though. Something that I just recently found out, NXT is having their first ever pay-per-view, and it will debut on the WWE Network. And I think that's on the 27th of this month, so that's pretty awesome, actually.
27th, is that like Thursday?
It's 27th is Thursday, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, that'd be
Thursday?
yeah, it's on Thursday.
I would do it right before Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I think I can recheck that. I'm pretty sure though it's on Thursday. I think this was a bad idea. This was definitely a bad idea.
Too many pay-per-views.
Yeah, February 27th, 2014, a live episode of NXT will appear on the NXT pay-per-view will appear on the WWE Network. It is the first ever NXT pay-per-view. So far, the matches that have been announced are Sami Zayn versus Antonio Cesaro in a ladder match, which that's weird. Why is Antonio Cesaro in NXT still?
Cesaro.
Wait. John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Kevin Nash, Paul Heyman will all be there, announced by JBL at Thursday night's taping.
Wow. Sounds better than Elimination Chamber so far.
Yeah, it really does. Additionally, there will be another taping on the following night on February 28th. Sheamus and the New Age Outlaws are scheduled to be at that show. So far, what's been announced is John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and Kevin Nash. Paul Heyman will all be announced by JBL, meaning JBL is also obviously going to be there. And the actual official match that's been announced is Sami Zayn versus Antonio Cesaro in a ladder match.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, actually. So yeah, that's the first NXT pay-per-view. Not
the last.
And hopefully not the last. Yeah, actually, I find it funny. I'll laugh if these NXT pay-per-views are better than the regular pay-per-views because so far I've heard a lot of good things from NXT. It sucks that I haven't been able to. Yeah, I haven't been able to watch it because it's only available on Hulu Plus right now. So
they make it difficult. I don't know why.
I don't know why they make it so difficult to watch NXT. It's kind of ridiculous in my opinion.
But a thing about the WWE Network I heard too is the Hall of Fame will actually Triple H announced it will be live, like you can watch it on the WWE Network, the live Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Instead of like having it the day after Raw, like they did past 2 years, I think, which is kind of weird, but.
Yeah, but let's we'll talk more about the WWE Network and stuff probably after it comes out. You know, Zack said he might get it if he does. You know,
get it the week for WrestleMania, so I can just get WrestleMania.
Yeah. You know, because they're actually, it's kind of funny that they're doing that. There's apparently a free trial coming out, and it's just like, I wonder if that counts for getting WrestleMania for free that week. But
yeah, that's a good question, actually.
It's a good question. I don't know if you get the pay-per-view if you do that.
WWE. Oh, nope.
LOL, nope, you gotta pay for it. But anyways, next topic we've got is Kurt Angle might be joining the WWE.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
I heard Kurt Angle's contract in TNA. I don't know if he's still, like I said, I don't know too much about TNA right now, but I heard that his contract in TNA is either expired or expiring soon, and that Kurt Angle might be joining WWE. As Zack told me, actually, Zack told me that you know, Kurt Angle is actually thinking about returning to the WWE. Zack, do you have any more information on that?
No, I don't think I've heard anything pretty recently, just from that little bit of information about him wanting to come back, and I think he might. I don't know what that was.
Zack paused because I stuck out my tongue and I dug my fingers in my throat and I was like, ah, because we've been talking so much. I actually got some glasses of water for us to drink, and I've been talking so much that my throat's dry.
H2O, yeah.
H2O.
I I heard he wants to wrestle Daniel Bryan or something.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, actually. And somebody else, but Kurt Angle's an amazing wrestler, so that'd be really good.
Like I said,
It wouldn't hurt WWE at all to have him.
Yeah,
A veteran like that.
as I was saying, water. As I was saying though, Kurt Angle being in the Hall of Fame is definitely another choice. I think that would be an amazing Hall of Fame inductee that WWE could put in, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think what would happen though is if he does return, they'll induct him after like a little bit of a run.
I think that he actually might do a part-time contract
Like a
though.
legend.
Yeah, like a Legends contract or something like The Rock or maybe Brock Lesnar, because simply for the fact that the whole reason Kurt Angle originally left was because he didn't like he always got injured, and he didn't like how much he had to wrestle. He didn't like his whole 24/7 schedule, pretty much, of wrestling constantly.
And probably TNA is really
lenient with their schedule.
Like if you're like her one day, you don't even have to show up. I don't know if that still applies. That video was like 2006, 2007, and TNA is like grown and stuff. And
yeah, well, like I said, we don't know too much about TNA at the moment because we don't watch it that much anymore. I used to watch it every now and then. I don't watch it anymore though. Yeah. TNA has really changed over the years. Let's say that.
I miss the Six Sides.
I miss the Six Sides too.
Yeah.
Apparently, ever since Hulk Hogan and what's his face showed up, Eric Bischoff showed up.
Eric Bischoff left and Hulk Hogan left though, and they got a bunch of.
They're still bad because of the manager right now. What's the fuck's her name? Dixie Carter.
Oh, Dixie Carter.
Yeah, apparently that's the manager. Yeah, she's the manager right now, or the owner, or whatever, and she's doing a terrible job apparently.
She's okay. Vincent Russo was one of the problems too. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
He's like a really bad booker. He used to WCW. He was like one of the faults for like WCW going down the toilet, but he's just like dumb stuff. But he left recently too, so TNA has got a lot of the bad stuff out. It's just sometimes they can't like some weeks they'll get good, but then like they can't maybe keep the momentum going of being good. Sometimes I don't know, like just what I've heard sometimes what people say. So I don't know.
Yeah, but if Kurt Angle rejoins the WWE and has a match with Daniel Bryan, that would be amazing. Also,
60-minute Iron Man match.
Something that never happened that should have happened. I don't personally think he should have broke the streak, but if Kurt Angle comes back and fights The Undertaker at WrestleMania, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be actually really good. I don't know if you remember that No Way Out match, 2006.
Yeah, it was
like awesome. I think I watched all night. I can't remember exactly, but people say it's like a 5-star clash or something, and they could put on maybe an even better one if he comes back.
Yeah, like Zack's saying, apparently they had a match. It was No Way Out 2006. It was apparently a really great match, and they put on a great show. So yeah, that'd be another contender right there. Kurt Angle's already fought Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 21, which was a really great match too.
Yeah.
So Kurt Angle's a really great wrestler.
Yeah, he really is. Him versus Daniel Bryan, though, they're both tacticians pretty much. More so Daniel Bryan being a submission specialist, but I do think that Bryan is more of a tactician these days, to be honest. But him and Kurt Angle would put on an amazing show.
Yeah, they would go.
I think they could actually go for like a good 50 minutes, like Undertaker and Triple H, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe not 50 minutes, but a good, 40 minutes solid.
Maybe like a 45-minute Iron Man match or
something like that. Yeah.
False count anywhere or something crazy like that.
Maybe it would be great though to see that.
Yeah.
All right. The next topic though is Roman Reigns and the Shield. Something that's been going on a lot. If you guys haven't been noticing, is Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. How it's pretty much been going is Roman Reigns is kind of turning into a face, and Dean Ambrose is pretty much the heel, and Seth Rollins is the neutral guy, but at times he still seems to be going towards what Roman Reigns is saying. As we were talking about, this could lead to a possible potential breakup at Elimination Chamber, and after that, hopefully seeing a triple threat match at WrestleMania for that U.S. title.
Yeah, the cracks in the Shield are starting to form, and like Seth Rollins is caught in the middle. So I don't know how they're gonna do the breakup. I think they will do it at Elimination Chamber, although maybe they could pull it off into WrestleMania. Maybe
I don't know how they would do the match though for the U.S. title then at WrestleMania. I think it would be better to
Yeah.
do Elimination Chamber breakup. If they're gonna
I think
do,
that's their plan.
yeah.
To do an Elimination Chamber.
If they're gonna do a breakup, I think at I think at WrestleMania, that if they're gonna do the breakup there, that immediately afterwards, because I heard Hulk Hogan is gonna be the host of WrestleMania, have Hulk Hogan come out and pretty much say, hey, you guys are gonna do a triple threat match for the U.S. title, brother.
Nice Hulk Hogan voice.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, numero one lucha libre in all of Mexico.
For those of you who have not seen Hogan Knows Best, by the way, watch that.
Especially for me.
Yeah, it's especially for Hogan's brother, by the way, or brother, not brother, fucking brother, his son Nick.
That chicken tastes like ass.
Because he's an asshole in that show.
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, but like what you were saying, about him coming out, that'd be good.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Shield are gonna break up at Elimination Chamber, and I think that when they do, they're gonna actually lose the match against the Wyatt family. Is that what you think too, Zach?
Yeah, I would assume the Wyatts would win, and that would cause the breakup pretty much. Like, there would be, like, minor things maybe during the match. Like, like, sometimes I think, they've, like, hit their, like, partner really hard or something, like, sort of, like, rough way or something. Like, those little things during the match, and then eventually the fallout at the end of the match of them losing, blaming Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns and each other and stuff, and, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it would be kind of a good point now to break them up and everything and have what I can see happening immediately is that Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose might possibly have a good feud. I really don't know what they're going to do with Seth Rollins, to be completely honest. What I can immediately see right now, though, is that Roman Reigns is going to be a babyface, and he's probably going to be a top star of the WWE up there with John Cena and Bryan.
Yeah, he could go places.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is definitely going to be a top star like John Cena, Bryan, Shawn Michaels, people like that. He's going to definitely be up there. I think that Seth Rollins is just not going to cut it really anywhere, but
he'll get really lost in the shuffle probably.
Yeah,
maybe we're wrong though. Maybe he'll do something
great with him. Yeah. I really hope that he's not treated badly, though. I really want to see Seth Rollins succeed in the WWE. He's a guy that can take a lot of punishment. I can see him as almost like Shawn Michaels, because Shawn Michaels is a guy that takes a lot of punishment and still is able to dish out some fight back. And then with Dean Ambrose, I can see him being. Dean Ambrose is a really great heel. If you guys don't know him as I think it's Don. It might be John, but I think it's Don Moxley. Look up his stuff when he was in CZW and stuff like that. Look up his stuff when he was whenever I think it was CZW or whatever. Look up his old stuff. He's really great heel. WWE actually had to change his gimmick though and put him in the Shield because he was actually apparently quote unquote too extreme and violent. So that's very interesting to hear. I've actually watched one of his most famous ones is he had blood all over him and he lost a match and like he was getting interviewed by some lady and he took out like a fork on her and was about to stab her and everything. He was acting like the Joker.
It's not PG.
Yeah, that's definitely not PG. That's why they had to change
the Attitude Era, like
that would work great in Attitude Era. Yeah.
Alone. Him.
He used to wear this really awesome jacket too. It was like a leather jacket. It was really cool. It reminds me of the Mrs. jacket a little bit too, which totally doesn't rip off Assassin's Creed. But anyways. No, seriously, like, if you guys look up Ezio's coat and then look up the Miz's coat and look at their coats like side by side, it's totally not the same thing.
Yeah, they should break up though. They were a really great team actually. They've been booked pretty well actually. Some teams like the Nexus, we were just talking about a little bit ago about the Nexus and stuff. They were kind of booked pretty poorly, but the Shield was booked pretty good. Like they put some big spots and
I personally think the Shield are pretty much what the Nexus were supposed to be.
Yeah, just good music, good gimmick. Like I said, put in big spots, matches won. It's like they've been good.
Yeah, they've been great.
All good things must come to an end, though, I guess.
Personally, I think though eventually. They've done this with tag teams before that were really great. For example, DX is obviously a main one. I think that eventually the Shield every now and then are going to come back together, though, and be their tag team again and be just a brute force, eventually down the line again.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. But going more on to their breakup and everything, I do definitely think that Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are going to have a feud because Roman Reigns is going to win that triple threat match and win the U.S. title. And he's going to feud with Dean Ambrose because, Dean Ambrose is going to have that championship clause where he gets to, re-challenge Roman Reigns and everything. And Roman Reigns is obviously going to beat him again and keep that championship. I do definitely see Roman Reigns as definitely a contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, if not the WWE immediately as well.
Yeah, you would agree. Like at Elimination Chamber, there'll be the breakup. Then at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns will probably win the U.S. title if they want to do that and go about that way. Have a rematch or two, Extreme Rules and stuff.
If they're gonna put Seth Rollins in the, put Seth Rollins down a little bit, and he's not gonna win the World Heavyweight or WWE, at least keep the guy. There's two things that I like to talk about in the mid card. There's the poor mid card where you're probably gonna wind up losing a lot of matches or just winning in general, but not getting any titles. And then there's the great he's in the poor kind of mid card. And then there's the great mid card where like you are still kind of relevant-ish and you're still winning a bunch of championships. If they're gonna put Seth Rollins in the mid card, and still have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns at the top, I want to see Seth Rollins winning a lot of Intercontinentals. I want to see him winning a lot of tag teams with other people and winning a lot of U.S. championships too.
Yeah,
that'd be a great thing for him to do.
Yeah, just keep him relevant. Like, I don't know.
Just don't beat around the bush and make him blah.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Pretty much. All right, but next topic, moving on. We've got who deserves a push. This is a really big topic, actually.
You want to start?
Yeah, actually, we got our list, right in front of us. But
this is a good list.
This is a really great list. I know some of you people are going to be happy about this. My personal, if I had to pick a top 5, maybe, and this isn't in any particular order, I'd have to say Antonio Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, and for my Ryback. You guys know I'm a Ryback guy. Some of you might disagree with that, but some people I've noticed have been cheering Ryback on a bit more lately. They kind of feel like he's been unjustified, kind of like Dolph Ziggler, where he was at the top at some point and now he's just getting beaten a lot or just downed a lot. And there's so many more that I can pick from. This is just my personal top 5. There's a lot of people that also could be pushed, though. I also definitely think that Justin Gabriel possibly, but personally, if I had to really pick the last person, I'd say maybe either Christian or I don't know. Actually, a perfect last person, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, definitely. So what's your top 5, Zach?
Yeah, I think I would pretty much choose most of yours. In no particular order, like Wade Barrett, the Dolph Ziggler, the Drew McIntyre, the Antonio Cesaro. That's all I can think of right now. Maybe Kofi I would add to that, actually.
Yeah, Kofi Kingston. Yeah, like I said, that's just my personal top 5, but there are definitely people that still belong in that list that have been waiting. Like, Alex Riley and Evan Bourne.
Yeah. Evan Bourne's out right now, but
actually, apparently Evan Bourne's, like we've been talking about earlier, I think Evan Bourne's supposed to be coming back soon.
Yeah, but he's not in there right now.
But he's not in right now.
Give him the push. But Alex Riley's no excuse. Like I remember, he used to be like the Mrs. Lackey. I don't know if you remember. Like he used to carry around the briefcase and stuff, and like sort of his manager.
Another person that at least deserves to be in the mid card and needs to stop being a freaking jobber is Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
He can be a great performer. I don't understand why they're doing this to Zack Ryder, man. It's ridiculous. I actually, personally, Dolph Ziggler talked about this. What happened to that match between Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder for the Internet Championship, man? That was going to be cool.
Yeah, they had a feud back then. It's funny. It was like Zack Ryder. Like he started to get popular. Like the winter, I think it was like November or something with like his. Internet show.
In 2011, 2012 -ish?
Yeah, it was 2011. Like with his show, The True Long Island Story. And, it got really popular. And, like, I think CM Punk sort of promoted, like, some guys in WWE. And, like, he started to get more chance and stuff. And then, he got doing this thing with Dolph Ziggler. And then, eventually this thing with, like, John Cena and Eve or whatever. But, like, he just got, like, buried. Like, Triple H literally got, like, was burying Sledgehammer and
literally took that shovel and said, "Fuck you."
Kane blown him off the stage. He buried him. So, like, he literally just got so buried, and it's like, so ridiculous because, he's a talented guy and, good worker, and he really just got buried. Like, he was going to go, it looked like he was going to go somewhere by the start of 2012, but
yeah,
just got dropped off a cliff.
Yeah, another person that's ridiculous that people, I'm going to bring him up again because he is one of my top 10 superstars, I'm going to bring up Ryback again. I'm sorry, Zack doesn't particularly like him too much. He thinks he's maybe decent, I guess. Personally, he's put on some good matches before. Personally, best with John Cena, to be honest. But personally, I think that Ryback shouldn't have jumped off the hill like that ridiculously. Kind of almost like Zack Ryder, to be honest. Ever since he went heel, he's just not won any matches, really. He's won...
That was the worst thing they ever could have done to him, probably, is turn him heel. I don't know why they did that.
And something that bothers me the most is why didn't he win his WrestleMania match? It was his first WrestleMania match, and not only that, not only did he lose, but after the match, he did his finisher to Mark Henry anyways.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And the match wasn't even that great because Mark Henry didn't even land the world's strongest slam. He just dropped on Ryback's head.
Yeah, it was just like 5 or 6 minutes. I think it wasn't anything.
It was 10 minutes actually.
Oh, was it?
It was 10 minutes, yeah.
Oh, last time I looked, maybe I was looking at something else.
Too bad 5 minutes of it was Mark Henry giving Ryback a bear hug, though.
Yeah, bear hug. But
seriously, rewatch that match. It was like 5 minutes of him giving a bear hug.
Yeah, Ryback probably should have won. I don't understand.
It could have been a great match, actually, because Mark Henry's had a good couple of matches before, and Ryback was a top star at the moment. They could have made that a good 15-minute match.
Yeah, it's just turning him heel though. That was the wrong decision. Like after that feud with John Cena,
it wasn't bad at first. Like he feuded with John Cena, and the feud was great. He was a great heel at that point. But then after he lost to John Cena twice, they just didn't know what.
It's like they didn't know what to do with him.
They didn't know what to do with him after that. It was pretty terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just sad, I guess, that they do with so many guys like we've been talking about.
Dolph Ziggler, for example, he had the World Heavyweight Championship. It was ridiculous. I heard that Dolph Ziggler lost his championship after he won it with the briefcase because he doesn't give in enough views or whatever. The same thing with Daniel Bryan. Like, the ratings dropped or whatever, and they dropped the title off of Bryan. What pisses me off about Dolph Ziggler, though, is that he had a concussion for, like, a month while he was champion.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck do you do, like, seriously? Oh, he's not bringing in enough ratings. Well, gee, the guy's been gone for like a month and had a concussion. Like, what the fuck?
There's not too much you can do with someone having a concussion, but yeah, he didn't really give a.
He didn't have a good run at all. He had like a month and a half of that title. It was a month and a half of that title, almost 2 months, pretty much.
Yeah, it was really sad. It was like they just did it to have the.
It was insane too, because he was still. What pretty much happened to Dolph Ziggler is what happened to Stone Cold, essentially. Stone Cold was supposed to be going against Vince and being a heel, but people liked it so much that he pretty much was a face. Dolph Ziggler won that money he cashed in his briefcase, and everybody cheered and went apeshit. That's one of the greatest moments of WWE history, in my opinion, actually. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna do a crowd chant, like, freaking everybody went insane when Dolph Ziggler came out with that briefcase.
We want Ziggler before he came out. It's just like right when they were doing that, he just came out like after the match.
Yeah.
Philberto and whoever else. But
it's ridiculous, actually, in my opinion. It's insane to think about that, to be completely honest, because Dolph Ziggler, after that, after he got the championship, every single week he came out with the championship. People still cheered for him. Like, that's the Austin and the Rock effect that I'm talking about. Like, Stone Cold and Steve Austin, they were so good at being, bad guys. Even CM Punk, when he was around, they just cheered for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and he was a good face too. Like, he got a nice crowd reaction.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler was a good face too.
They could have kept him with championship, and then if they really want to, like they did, turn him face, and he would have been really good. Yeah, like with the pipe bomb thing, that That was pretty interesting. I don't know if you remember that, like the WWE app.
Oh yeah, recently Dolph Ziggler. If you guys have not seen it yet, recently Dolph Ziggler about 2 or 3 weeks ago on the WWE app, he had about a 2 minute and 30 seconds interview almost, and it was insane. It was such a great pipe bomb. It was considered a pipe bomb, like almost like a CM Punk one. It was insane. He went off on the interview, and he talked about how he deserves to be the top star and that he's better than everybody else. He knows he can do it, put on a damn good show and everything. And it's true. Dolph Ziggler has put on.
He's a good worker.
Great, yeah. He's a great worker. He's put on great show. He sells great, yeah. People say he could be the next Shawn Michaels, and to be completely honest, I believe that because Dolph Ziggler he kind of has a super kick move every now and then that he does.
Yeah.
Just replace his fucking zigzag with a super kick.
I like the zigzag, but yeah, I guess I know where you're going with that.
Well, I think his second finisher is the Famouser, or that's his signature and not his. Most superstars they have two finishers. I think Dolph Ziggler's two signatures are his Famouser and his sleeper hold.
Yeah.
But I think his just one finisher is the zigzag.
He doesn't really do the sleeper hold anymore, does he? Or...
No, he still does a lot.
Does he?
He does it He usually does it before the zigzag-ish.
I don't know, but
people throw him off a lot. Maybe that's what you're not.
He used to always get it in a lot. I remember.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Oh, yeah, it's like they're treating him like crap too. It's because last week's Raw. I don't know if you remember, it was Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler.
That was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, but that wasn't the thing though. I don't know if you it was funny because when Dolph Ziggler was coming out, they cut his entrance short. I don't know if you remember.
They cut his entrance short?
Yeah. When he was just about
to do that. Oh, yeah. He was about to get on the ropes.
And he was, sort of looking back. He was like, what is going on?
Oh, yeah. I remember
I don't know if
now.
that was on purpose or, an accident, but that was kind of bad.
Yeah, those of you guys that watched Raw that week, I don't know if you exactly remember what we're talking about. Dolph Ziggler pretty much came out, and he had a match with Del Rio. As he was about to go on the ropes and do his normal thing, say I'm the best or whatever on the side of the apron and come back out of the ropes and start talking trash and stuff. Well, not really trash, but, he's just saying, he's the best and everything. As he was about to get on the ropes, Del Rio came out and, just interrupted his music. It's actually funny. Dolph Ziggler looked back with, a question mark face. He's like, are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to happen. I don't know, but it was kind of bad. What are they doing to this guy?
It was stupid. Moving on to Raw tonight, though. We actually just got done watching Raw a couple hours ago. And we're pretty much going to talk about Raw here for a good second. Not too long, actually. Just a little bit of a Raw review, I guess.
Wrap up.
A little bit of a wrap up. The opening segment was John Cena with some sort of it was pretty much John Cena's promo was to bring out all the Elimination Chamber people, pretty much. He said something, and then all the other Elimination Chamber people came out, and I don't really remember it too well, to be honest.
I don't remember it too well either, but it was good.
We don't really pay too much attention when John Cena comes out anyway.
Who's John Cena?
The next thing that happened was Christian versus Daniel Bryan. That match wasn't that
was
great.
Alright.
It was alright.
It's funny. I don't remember too much from Raw. I don't know why.
No, I kind of do. That match wasn't that great. But then immediately after that, Daniel Bryan fought Kane, and it was funny. That match was already better than Christian versus...
That was pretty solid.
It was pretty solid, Kane versus Daniel Bryan. Bryan won by disqualification because Kane's purpose of that match was pretty much just to injure Bryan, though. It pretty much was Kane dominating most of the time. So it wasn't that great, but it was solid, as we were saying. It's decent. Next up was Santino Marella versus Fandango.
Wasn't anything really special.
That wasn't really anything special. That was kind of a squash match. It was pretty much to show off Emma a little bit more, in my opinion, pretty much. Emma and Summer Rae are pretty much going to get ready to have a fight, and I guess Santino's going to feud with Fandango.
They're doing something, I guess.
I guess they're doing something. Next up, Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry. This was actually a good match. I remember it being a good match.
It wasn't too bad.
It was kind of fast, though. Roman Reigns actually pretty much dominated Mark Henry, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think it made Mark Henry look a little weak.
It made Mark Henry look a little weak.
He's the world's strongest man.
But then again, he was injured, so...
Yeah, I guess. And it was funny. I remember at the end of the match, Dean Ambrose was kind of mad or something because he
Oh yeah, it's a more of
a
more cracks in the Shield. Dean Ambrose got mad because I don't know if you guys have noticed. It's been a bit of a trend. It happened with CM Punk too. Dean Ambrose has been fighting people, and he loses to them or gets disqualified or whatever for the Shield helping him, and then afterwards Roman Reigns will fight the same exact person the next week and win.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were just looking at him like, what are you doing, man?
Oh yeah, Dean Ambrose attacked Mark Henry afterwards, and Roman Reigns went to the ropes and was like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Yeah, it was just kind of funny.
It was actually kind of funny, yeah. The next match was Kofi Kingston versus Jack Swagger. We're not gonna talk about this too much, but Kofi Kingston was supposed to have some sort of a push going on, and then they just kind of killed it like they did in 2009.
Yeah, it was with Randy Orton too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I don't know what they're doing with this guy, but
yeah, Kofi Kingston really deserves a push in my opinion. But
jabbing like a fool.
Yeah, Jack Swagger beat him. I guess it was to give Jack Swagger some more heat for not heat in terms with the fans, but more
momentum.
Momentum, yeah.
For an elimination chamber.
Yeah. Next up was Big E versus Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre. This was a 2-on-1. This match wasn't anything too special.
The only thing I remember was Zeb Coulter, like, seeing the stuff what I thought was funny.
Yeah,
and just
Zeb Coulter
making jokes.
Zeb Coulter was making fun of Big E during the entire match, and Big E still won, though, the match. But yeah.
It should be a solid match for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, Big E versus Jack Swagger. Next up, this is match of the night right here. I cannot lie, this is great. Stone Cold Steve Austin actually commented on this match too and said it was like a damn good match or whatever.
Maybe a early contestant for match of the year.
Yeah, it's an early contestant for match of the year in my opinion. John Cena versus Antonio Cesaro. If you guys have not watched that match, you need to watch the full thing. Don't watch like the ending of the match on Raw on their actual, or I mean on WWE on their YouTube channel. You guys really need to watch the entire match. It was a great match the entire time, especially the end. The end was insane.
3 commercials, was it?
It was 2 commercials actually.
Oh,
it was 2 commercials. You can tell a Raw match is probably going to be long or just good if there's 2 or 3 commercials.
Yeah.
It was a great match though. It was actually pretty. It was good. Good 20-30 minutes actually.
Yeah, that was a nice, decent length, but just great stuff though.
Next up, there wasn't too many promos actually, surprisingly, during this Raw. The next up thing is Randy Orton and Batista had a backstage segment. Randy Orton was talking about how he's going to come out on top at the Elimination Chamber and stuff, and Batista walked up behind him. The camera actually kind of creepily panned toward Batista. Actually, it was really weird, but it went behind Randy Orton. And it showed Batista was there, and then Randy Orton kind of walked off after Batista said something. And the main highlight of it, really, in my opinion, was to set up for Batista versus Alberto Del Rio, because Del Rio showed up afterwards, and pretty much Batista shoved Del Rio after Del Rio was talking smack to Batista into like this what was it, like a bar or something? It was some weird metal thing, metal shelf, yeah. Triple H, if you guys didn't notice last week, Triple H is kind of not on the side with Batista, but still on the side with Batista because, like, Batista still kind of treats it like the Ruthless Aggression era, kind of. And Triple H was getting on his back saying, this is not how things ran anymore. And Batista was like, yeah, I noticed things have changed.
The highlight of this was seeing Alberto Del Rio in a neck brace thing.
And it looked like he had a bunch of foam around his neck.
It was so funny.
Yeah, next up is a squash match, by the way, just nothing special. It was the Wyatt family versus Sin Cara and Los Matadores. I mean, Roman Reigns already won the Shields match, earlier in the night. It was kind of obvious that the Wyatt, because this happened last week, the Wyatt family won in their match. It wasn't really nothing special. It's nice to see Hunico being good as Sin Cara, though.
Yeah, what you said.
Next up was Jey Uso versus Billy Gunn. This is kind of another squash match. It was a filler to fill in time.
The commentary was pretty funny.
The commentary for the match was retarded but funny.
Yeah.
And personally, I think it was an okay match. It's just setting up for their title match at Elimination Chamber.
There's no Divas match, by the way.
Yeah, there's no Divas match because AJ hasn't been around for a while, like a week or two.
But they had like Oksana versus somebody I don't know. But there was just no Divas match for some reason.
There's no Divas match on Elimination Chamber for some reason, yeah.
Makes sense. There's no for Royal Rumble either.
Now here's the final thing that happened, which wasn't as great as Cesaro versus Cena. Again, guys, we're telling you right now, look up the full match.
You won't regret it.
Yeah, of Raw on the 17th of February on 2014. Cesaro versus John Cena. It was a great match. Watch the entire thing. Don't watch, just the end. Watch the entire thing. It was great.
Yeah.
This one was kind of lame. It was Sheamus versus Randy Orton. It wasn't that great. I mean, Sheamus...
We've seen this before.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Sheamus and Orton can put on a good show, but lately they just haven't been that great together.
Yeah, they have alright matches, I guess.
Actually, what happened though at the end segment is that the Shield came over and broke up the match for some strange reason when Sheamus was about to win it. He was about to bro kick Orton. The match wasn't too bad. It was okay. But Sheamus was about to bro kick Orton and win, and the Shield broke it up, and then Cesaro and other people came out. Daniel Bryan came out, and then the Wyatt family came out, and they all hell pretty much. Yeah, Brawl came out, and all hell broke loose, and they all fought.
I kind of like that ending.
The ending was pretty
Something
good.
different.
Yeah, it was different. Everybody started fighting. It's good that they finally started making everybody fight, though, up to the Elimination Chamber. Although I do think that it should have happened a week earlier or two, but,
Yeah.
All right, and the last thing that we got to talk about, hopefully we make this about 10 extra minutes, because it's already been an hour and 10 minutes since we've been talking, but...
I thought that was the last one.
Yeah, no, the last one is, what do we want to see from WWE in 2014? Please, WWE, your promos are okay right now, but have more great promos like you're doing right now. In my opinion, I think there should be a bit more good promos. Stop setting up your matches the last week or two, by the way, before a pay-per-view. It's really annoying.
More time management.
Yeah, have more time management, man, with your stuff. It's ridiculous.
It's not that hard.
And
less John Cena.
Yeah, less John Cena.
Less Randy Orton. Less of those
more
common guys.
Yeah,
more the Daniel Bryans. More of the Roman Reigns. Sort of the stuff like that.
More surprises. Have more surprises.
Shock.
More shock matches and stuff. More shock segments.
A good WrestleMania.
Like
last year.
Yeah. Like I said, 28 wasn't bad.
20 was good for the most part.
28,
not the best in the world, but
28 was good for the
Punk, but
no 28.
Yeah, I know. Though, yeah,
28 was good, and then 29 was there was only like 3 good matches, and everything else was a repeat. Even the two of those three good matches were repeats.
Yeah, it felt so much like the same, but hopefully 30 is good.
Yeah, we're hoping that 30.
It's an anniversary, so.
Yeah, hopefully it's an anniversary. Don't make it like 20. I think WrestleMania 10 was a good WrestleMania, actually.
I don't remember much of the old ones.
I think WrestleMania 10 was a decent one. It better be just if you're gonna make it kind of lame-ish, at least make the WrestleMania decent. Don't make it suck.
Yeah.
Have it in between. Yeah, but I hope superstars like Dolph Ziggler and stuff like that get a push. That's another thing that we need to talk about a little furthermore later. But I hope some superstars that deserve it get a push.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we said don't have too many of the top guys be in the spotlight and stuff, hopefully we see some legends a little bit, some surprises throughout the year, at least.
Yeah.
Some legends would be kind of cool to see every now and then.
It'll be nice to see. And there's going to be Hogan and Taker next week, from what I've heard. So.
Yeah, from what we've heard, Hogan and Taker are going to show up on the 24th, and they're going to show up and stuff to announce their stuff with the WWE.
Yeah.
That's right after Elimination Chamber, by the way, yeah. It's usually the Raw after a pay-per-view.
When they set up.
Yeah, a Raw before the pay-per-view and a Raw after the pay-per-view are usually the best Raw you'll probably ever see.
The goodest.
The goodest. This is the best time to actually watch Raw, in my
WrestleMania
opinion.
season, yeah.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania. Entirely WrestleMania season, though. After the Royal Rumble and pretty much onward is what you really should be paying attention to.
Yeah, after Elimination Chamber and going forth, that's a really great time.
That's a really great time to watch it, yeah.
See all the Hall of Fame inductions and whatnot, and just in general.
Really counting on that Randy Savage, by the way.
It might happen. We just have to see.
Yeah, to see more stuff in 2014, though, for the love of God, WWE, me and Zack have gone over this a million times, actually. For the love of God, WWE, enough with the single stipulation pay-per-views. Like, if you're gonna have Elimination Chamber, have more than one Elimination Chamber. If you're gonna have freaking TLC, at least do what you did with TLC 2012, I believe it was, and have a TLC match, a ladders match, a chairs match, a tables match, or just more than one TLC match.
I think it should be at least 3 for those gimmick. I think.
What they did with 2012.
Yeah, I think it should be at least
the TLC,
3.
Do the TLC match, then the chairs, then the ladders, and the tables.
Yeah, just like for the Hell in a Cell and whatnot in general, just at least 3. Maybe at least half the matches have the gimmick. You know.
Oh yeah, for Hell in a Cell, at least 2 Hell in a Cells. You know.
Yeah, I think they usually do 2, but like, that was just 1 for last year.
No, last year was 2.
I don't know.
2013 was 2.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 2. 2012 was the one that had 1.
Oh, okay.
It had Ryback versus Punk, and then last year had Ryback versus Punk again, which was weird, and Ryback lost again, which was retarded. But anyways, I thought that a lot of people thought that was when Ryback was actually going to beat CM Punk and get his redemption back for last year, but that didn't happen. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton was the Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels as the referee.
Yeah. For this Elimination Chamber, like there's 6 for Elimination Chamber match, right?
There's 6 matches at the moment with the kickoff.
No, I mean in an elimination match, it's 6 participants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they could have it for the tag team, right? Because 3 on each side. Like they could have like an elimination tag team, you know, for the Wyatts versus the Shield.
Oh yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't do that. Maybe.
Yeah. What I was actually saying though is, if you're gonna do this now with the unified belts, which I personally think eventually should go away, if they don't eventually go away, that's retarded. But moving on, I personally think that they should have maybe an elimination chamber match for maybe the tag team, just maybe have a 2-on-2 elimination chamber match or something. Or that'd be kind of weird though. But maybe like one for the U.S. or the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Since they're doing the unification thing, though, I really wish they'd bring back like another title or something, like maybe the European or the Cruiserweight or something like that.
Yeah, I always liked the Cruiserweight. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good belt.
The last person I wanted was Hornswoggle, but that's another.
That's another topic for another day.
Yeah. Is that it for like the most wish? I don't know if I can think of anything else.
I don't really know. We can probably think of more ideas for that though. Because that last topic is something that we thought about for a second. But yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, but if this gets more popular, guys, and you guys are enjoying it and everything, Zack's sitting here checking the time.
I don't went over an hour. I saw like the one I was like, oh man. You said it was just gonna be like 40 minutes or something.
Yeah, we tried. We wanted to go for 40, maybe 50 minutes, but
not that I enjoyed it or anything, but
yeah,
it was fun.
But
time flies.
Time does fly. Actually, that was really fun though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But personally, guys, if you enjoy this, let us know in the comments down below and stuff.
And give us topics too, maybe.
Yeah, give us some more topics if you want for us to talk about. But also, if this gets popular and everything, guys, hopefully me and Zack can do it like. At
least once a week.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe once every 2 weeks, but if it gets popular enough, then we'll do it once a week. But personally, if it gets more popular and everything though, at the end, you guys, and also in the comments, not only can you give us more topics to talk about, but maybe ask some questions, our opinions on something or whatever, and just that's technically giving us more topics, but those are more so questions. Topics can just be a simple sentence or a statement or something to talk about, but yeah, at the end we can ask some questions. If you guys can ask some questions, and we'll answer them and stuff. And hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
Zack, do you want to give us a goodbye before I do my outro?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and subscribe. See ya.
Yeah. And you guys know my outro. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And remember, and always, stay sexy. Peace.